Hey, how's it going, fellow cynics? Hope you are doing exceptionally well today. About 9 months ago, I did a review on this chair right here. It is the Hyken Mesh Chair from Staples. It's been one of our most popular videos on our channel so far, so thank you so much to all of those who have watched the video. This chair has been my daily driver office chair since I have purchased it, and yeah, since publishing that video, there have been a lot of questions and a lot of comments, so I figured since it's been about 9 months of using this thing, I figured I'd go over some of the most frequently asked questions, as well as sort of kind of go over what my thoughts are on this thing now that I've used it for a good amount of time. Be sure to drop a like if you want to help support the channel. If you're new around here, consider subscribing, and without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so first I want to talk about the sort of common questions and topics of discussion about this chair that were often brought up in the comment section of the original review. And by far the biggest, most asked question about this chair is, if I am this tall or if I weigh this much, will this chair be a good fit for my body type? In my previous review, I did mention that this chair does kind of favor those who are a little bit on the shorter side. I myself being 5'7" and around 168 pounds, this chair fits my build just fine. I would say if you are a larger built person or if you are somewhere over 6'1", you might want to consider getting a different chair. Coincidentally, Staples does sell another chair very similar to the Hyken here, and it's called the Dexley. Now, I haven't used the Dexley personally, so I can't give my own personal opinion on it, but what I have heard from other reviews is that it's very similar to the Hyken here. It's just more favored for those who are looking for something a little bit bigger and maybe a little bit more sturdy. The only thing that I heard that was functionally different from the Dexley and the Hyken was that the Dexley's tilt doesn't go as far back as the Hyken. I would recommend checking out some other people's reviews on the Dexley before committing, but yeah, that's a similarly priced and similarly designed chair if you are looking for something a bit bigger. Another popular topic of discussion was regarding the Hyken's armrest dimensions. Basically, a lot of people were concerned if the armrest height was a bit too tall for their desk space, or if the armrest width itself was too narrow for their liking. At full height extension from the floor to the top of the armrest, it measures at just a little over 31 inches, about 29 inches when dropped to its lowest height, and measures just a little under 18 inches from arm to arm when measuring from the inside. People also had a lot of questions regarding the headrest of the chair and its adjustability. The headrest does have a tilt function where you can tilt it up and down, and it also has height adjustment as well if you need another 1.5 inches or so. All right, so with the FAQs and sort of popular topics out of the way, let's talk about how I think of this chair after using it for 9 months. In terms of wear and tear, everything has held up pretty nicely. The lumbar support hasn't worn down on me yet, so my back and overall posture doesn't suffer when working or gaming. The armrests have held up quite nicely and still don't show any sort of signs of deterioration where I normally have my arms placed. The actual seat of this chair might have a slight bit of give to it since purchasing, but it's truthfully really hard to tell because it's not really a noticeable sag or anything that affects my overall experience when sitting in this chair. So yeah, pretty much everything that I had said in my initial review still holds true today. But that doesn't mean I don't have a few nitpicks with this chair. First off, I really wish that these armrests were a bit wider on the chair, or at least had the ability to extend outward if need be. When typing, I like to have my arms inwards, so the armrests are fine when I'm doing productivity work. But when gaming, I like to have my arms extended out a little wider. So sometimes the narrowness of these armrests can get a little annoying. Second thing is this chair does have a little bit of noise to it at certain moments. I've been trying to move around in this chair and have any sort of audio be picked up by the mic here during this video, but every once in a while it does just make a slight squeak or a noise when spinning in this chair. It's not at all a deal breaker or anything like that when it comes to this chair, but for some people it can be, so I just figure I mention it in this video. Lastly, probably my most minor gripe is that I wish overall the Hyken was just a touch more firm. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this is an uncomfortable chair by any means. I just personally wish that there could be maybe another plastic support bar across the back, or maybe have the backrest be completely locked in place when the tilt lock is engaged. Now, by design, when the tilt lock is engaged, there is just a very slight bit of give. It doesn't completely lock in place when you turn the tilt lock on. And admittedly, this feature isn't inherently bad because it's kind of nice to be able to sit back and lounge a little bit and have the chair have some sort of give. And although I'm not saying I want the chair to be stiff as a board, just personal preference, I do wish that this chair was a little bit more firm. But yeah, that about does it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again so much for watching this video and checking out the channel. If you like this video, do be sure to hit that like button, as it is the best way that you can help a small channel like us get our videos seen by the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and want to see more content like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell icon to stay up to date on everything that we are doing. We publish new videos every Monday and Saturday and live stream gameplay every Wednesday night, usually around 9 p.m. Central Time. And lastly, if you have any additional questions that I neglected to answer in this video or in the previous review, don't hesitate to drop your question down in the comments below. But that's about enough rambling from me. Thank you again so much for watching. My name is Blake, and for all things tech, games, movies, to anything nerdy in between, be sure to subscribe to Digital Cynics. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next time.